Bombshells with Naila, and today's tutorial is going to be on the Keratin Research hair treatment, which this is the end result. Okay, I'm going to show you the steps to get to this. This is just a treatment that you put in, you keep in your hair for about 48 hours. It takes 75% of your curl away, 90% of your frizz. It heals your hair. If you have damaged hair, please do this treatment. It's amazing. You can do it at home by yourself. Saves you hundreds of dollars if you do it at home. So you guys, if you want to know how to do it, just keep watching and I'll be right back. Subscribe to Bombshells with Naila, Instagram Bombshells with Naila, Facebook Bombshells Naila. Share, like, subscribe. Peace, you guys. I've gotten to 102 subscribers, so I've got past my 100 subscribers. I'm stoked. Thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Hey Bombshells, Naila's here, and today's tutorial is again on the Keratin Research Keratin Treatment. So you guys, as you know, I've done some pretty extensive damage to my hair. It's actually turned out okay. Thankfully, I've been using the Keratin Research Keratin Hair Treatment. This stuff actually does have formaldehyde in it, so if you are going to use this, do it in an openly vented area, which I'm not doing, but I'm in the basement, so that's fine. I'm away from my little boy. And also, if you're going to sleep with it, now this stuff you should leave in your hair for about 48 hours. I usually leave it in my hair for more like 72 hours just to make sure that it's gotten deep into the shaft of my hair. But it's amazing stuff. And as far as keratin treatments go, I've probably used about, I don't know, 6 or 7 different types. You guys do know that if you watched an earlier video of mine, I did the agave treatment, which was also good, but I have to tell you guys, I prefer the Keratin Research treatment, or any keratin treatment, over the agave. So I'm just going to start, and I've washed my hair using a sulfate free shampoo. So what I used was Big Sexy Hair's was it soy? I will look to make sure and put it in the link below. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is the first thing you want to do when you're doing a keratin treatment is put your gloves on, because this stuff is a chemical, and so it's not good to have on your hands. And so I'm just going to kind of put my rubber gloves on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake this up. Now, I've used a lot of this, so I have enough for, like, actually, with my hair, this stuff goes a long way. So I probably have enough for 2 treatments in here. But I'm probably going to use the whole thing today and just reorder some. Oops. So I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like, because I'm not going to put my camera down. So it's just like, you know, sour cream consistency, okay? And it's just a white liquid and or white cream, and I'm gonna get every last drop in there. So what you want to do is you want to shampoo your hair with non-sulfate shampoo, okay? So no conditioner, no nothing. Now I'm gonna tell you guys, today when I washed my hair, some of it came out, but I think it's because I haven't washed my hair for a few days. I've had it kind of in a bun, and I actually should have my brush down here. I know they say not to, you're supposed to use a comb when you have wet hair, but I don't know. Me, personally, I like using a brush. I just feel like it does less damage. It gets through the knots easier, and you know. So anyway, I'm just gonna comb through it. So it's kind of half dry. So that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. So I'm going to comb through it. Probably just fast forward this section. So guys, I've combed up my hair, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do it section by section, okay? So I'm going to take the top layer, like I always do, guys, and you don't even have to do it section by section when it comes to keratin treatments. If I don't have a clip down here, ooh, I do have one. Okay, so I'm just going to clip the top up like this. Okay, so the first step in keratin treatments is basically just saturating your hair with the keratin treatment, but you don't want to use too much because you don't want it to be overly saturated, okay? They say to take a comb and comb through it and get the excess out. I never do. I leave as much in my hair as I possibly can. So I'm gonna take my brush, I'm gonna dip it in, and I'm gonna take a piece, and I'm just going to do it like I would as if I was coloring my hair, okay? It's really, really simple. Like, you go to a salon, and you seriously can spend $300 to $400 on these treatments. Unnecessary, you guys. Honestly, it's so unnecessary. I know there's going to be stylists out there that are going to be pissed that I said that, but come on, really? This little bottle cost me like 50 bucks, and it's lasted me 4 treatments. So yeah, this is what I do. Hey, do whatever you guys want, but I'm going to tell you that this is to try to help you save money, do things at home that you don't need to actually go out and spend a bunch of money on. If you don't trust yourself, if your hair is super thin, if you think your hair is too sensitive, then you know what, go and have it done. But really, keratin cannot harm your hair. I have read stories where people say that their hair is falling out, but you know what, there's got to be an underlying reason for that, because keratin is a protein that helps bond your hair, okay? And so that's why it's never a bad thing to do a ton of keratin treatments. Like, you guys, since I bleached my hair and did all that crap to my hair, I have actually, I don't know what I would have done without this keratin treatment. I already told you guys that they also recommended doing the pH or apogee treatment that you can buy at Sally's. You know what? I tried that as well, and I did not like it. It didn't do half as much as the keratin. So what happened was, after my hair was blonde and it broke a little bit, as you well know, what I did was I immediately put keratin in my hair, and I tell you, it saved my hair. And if you feel like your hair is too delicate because it's so damaged that you can't take a flat iron to your hair, because that's part of the treatment. You have to flat iron it with a 450 degree or 425 or 20 degree or warmer flat iron. And if you think your hair is too fragile for that, then all you got to do is put the keratin in your hair and just leave it. Leave it in your hair. You don't have to blow dry it. You don't have to do any of that. Leave it in your hair a couple of days. Let it soak in there. And then a couple days later, put some more in, and then do the whole blow dry thing. And I'm telling you, you'll be fine. But anyway, so what happened was, after my hair was blonde, I did that treatment, this treatment. And then I went on vacation, like I said, and I dyed my hair this color because I couldn't take it. Like, it was just horrible. My hair looked horrible, it felt horrible, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to deposit color into these open shafts of hair of mine because they looked fried and it was bad. And so that's what I did. I dyed my hair hazel, but the problem was I put developer in my hair. Even though it was only 10, you guys, my hair was so fragile that it actually looked like it damaged it a little bit more, and I was so upset for the whole time I was on vacation. And so, because I didn't have my keratin treatment there, and I didn't know if I could get some there on time by ordering it, I went to Sally's and I got the apogee treatment, and I did use it. I'm gonna tell you guys, nothing like keratin, okay? It did not even touch what keratin did to my hair. So that's just, you know, that's just my opinion though. So, okay, so here I just did the bottom. Oops, I don't want to pull my hair. I feel like I'm already losing it. So I just did the bottom layer with keratin in it. So you guys, I'm just gonna go around and do the rest of my hair. I'm gonna fast forward it, and I'm gonna show you how to do the top section. I mean, it's basically the same. All you're doing is you're brushing this keratin through your hair, okay? And I still have quite a bit left, okay? It doesn't take much. Just a little bit goes a long way. So I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes, okay? So I did do it section by section, but now since I have a little bit left, I'm going to just kind of put it on my gloves, rub my hands together and put it at the top. I like to get every part of my hair covered in this stuff because I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with keratin treatments in your hair. Okay, so let's just cover the top, get the roots, okay, get the sides. I'm gonna get the sides and the front because I have some breakage there. Again, you guys, I'm in disbelief. I still have hair, so I'm lucky. I don't know how long my hair is gonna last, but you know, certainly don't have my mom's hair. Her hair was like past her waist, and it grows that long in a year, even at this age. She's like 81. She can cut her hair into a bob, and the next year it'll be down to her past her butt. Life is so unfair. Okay, guys. So I have saturated. Don't get this stuff in your mouth, you guys, or you could just drop dead. Okay, so I have saturated my hair in this, and what I like to do instead of blow drying right away, because that's our next step, is I like to let it just kind of sit in my hair. So just like for 20 minutes, let it really soak up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hair up, and I'm gonna pin it up, okay? And I'm gonna let it sit here for roughly 20 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna let my whole head of hair just soak up this creamy keratin goodness, okay? And I'm telling you guys, your hair is gonna feel like silk when you're done. So again, I'm just gonna let you guys know that once you do this treatment, okay, don't do this treatment if you have naturally beautiful curly hair and you don't want to get rid of the curl, because I'm going to tell you it's going to get rid of about 75% of the curl and about 85% of your frizz. So if you're one of those people like I was back in the day where I was just like, I loved my curls, excuse me, but I didn't like it when I'd go to humid places, and it would go crazy. And you know, like I like to travel, and I just don't, it's a hassle. It's a hassle. And I would look at these women with straight hair and just be like, ugh, I wish. So that's what I did. I just used this treatment. It took out most of my curl, and I'm telling you, yeah, I miss my curl a lot, but I don't think it's coming back, especially because I keep doing this. And even if I go like 8 to 10 to a year, 8 to 10 to 12 to a year, months to a year, my curl does not come back. So a little bit of the frizz comes back, but for the most part, my hair really takes to this keratin quite well. And I don't really need to do a lot of treatments. And the only reason I'm doing another one now is to show you guys, and also because I feel like my hair is just not what it used to be, and it makes me sad. So I just want to do another keratin treatment to get back all that protein that I lost when I stripped my hair with the bleach, okay? So yeah, I'll be back, you guys, in like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to show you the next step, what you do with this keratin in your hair. Peace out. Whoop. Okay, hey guys, I'm back. So I've let this soak into my hair for about 15 minutes. And so now I'm gonna I pinned up my hair just in sections. So it doesn't have to, there's no rhyme or reason to it, okay? So you know how I blow dry my hair? I just take a piece out, I'm gonna blow dry it, and that's what you're gonna do to your whole head. So I'm gonna start with one piece back here. Now I have a lot of keratin in my hair, so it feels quite wet, and it might take a while for this to blow dry, but that's okay. I don't mind. The more for me, more is better. Okay, so I'm just gonna blow dry this piece. Just in case I didn't explain it, I am just taking my round brush and blow drying it under, just like I would if I was giving myself a blowout, okay? My hair does feel a little rough, but it's not too bad, okay? And but I just want to show you guys. I'm gonna come up close. Look how smooth that keratin makes your hair, okay? Like, you don't see any pieces of hair sticking up because that keratin has, even before the flat iron, that's the last step, because that actually, the heat is what helps the hair bond with the keratin. But I mean, even with just a blow dry, I feel a huge difference. So because this is kind of taking a long time to blow dry, I'm gonna fast forward. So I'm just gonna blow dry the rest of my hair, and I'll see you guys in a second. almost done, and then we have to do our final step. But see, look at that. That's how soft and smooth my hair is. Here, just check it out. Okay, and that's before I flat iron it. Okay, and I actually always think my hair looks drier after I flat iron it, but it's a necessary step so that the keratin gets right into your hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up here, and then we'll be right back. I just want to tell you that it's sometimes hard to get this back piece until you do the front. So just take your last piece and you're just going to blow dry it this way. I want to tell you guys something. This really stings your eyes, okay? It's because I have it like my window's open, but down here I can't even open that window up there. So just make sure that you have a nice ventilated room when you're doing this, because it does sting. As you could see in the video, I was like practically crying. So especially when you're doing it close to your eyes and you're rolling this brush forward, it might sting a little, like onions, like you're cutting onions, okay? Stinging. Okay, so not only are my eyes watering, but I'm breaking a sweat here. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, so that made me sweat. My little heart even rubbed off. It's hard work, okay, I'm not gonna lie. So what I was gonna tell you guys before was that if you think you're not good with a round brush, think again, okay? Just put your mind to it. Anyone can use a round brush, because I have all these people say, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to use a round brush. Yeah, you do. All you got to do is hold it tight, and put a lot of force into it, okay? Because when you put keratin in your hair, that round brushing technique becomes about 5 times harder. Okay, because I mean, especially if you're like me and you leave a lot of keratin in your hair. And I'll tell you what, I've had this treatment done at a salon. See my broken hair right there. And I had to go back because I didn't think they used enough. And so you always want to make sure that they put enough keratin in your hair. They might try to, you know, like say, oh yeah, no, here's your keratin treatment, and then use about this much keratin. No good, because you want that to last and you want it to work well. You want it to take away your frizz, you want it to take away your curl. You got to make sure you have enough keratin in there, okay? And they do now make these ones that you can wash out right away. Mine might even be one of those, but I can't remember because I like to keep mine in anyway. And you guys, it's not that big of a deal keeping it in your hair, because what's going to happen is you're just going to go to work with super straight hair, and you're not going to have this stupid thing sticking out like I do, okay? So don't worry about it. It'll be fine. It's just like you flat ironed your hair. So the next thing you're gonna do then is you are going to flat iron your hair. So again, you guys, I'm gonna take it a section at a time. I'm gonna put my top section up, and I'm gonna leave all these little broken pieces because I wanna get those pieces. And sometimes I look at my hair and I feel so sad. Okay, it's okay, Naila. You live. It's only hair. Okay, so you are going to notice that when you need a flat iron that's at least 400 degrees, okay? I would say use a 450. Most flat irons these days are 400 to 425 to, I think mine's 450, 425. Anyway, you want it over 400 degrees, okay? You want it that hot to seal the keratin in your hair. So then, what you're gonna do is just like, if you didn't watch the agave one, I'm gonna just show you again. I'm gonna take a piece and I'm gonna add to that little broken piece in there. So what you wanna do is you wanna take your flat iron and you wanna clamp and, clamp and pull through it. See how I'm just kinda doing that? You'll see steam coming off because that is the keratin, okay? You wanna see that. And then you're gonna pull it down the rest of the hair, okay? Now it gets hot. Oh, it's so much softer though after you put the flat iron through it. So it gets hot, so if you want, you can always follow it with a comb, which I usually don't do, but I'm just gonna show you. And this comb is like, the teeth are so wide, it's kind of ridiculous. But that's what you can do if your hair gets too hot for you to touch, because you want to pull this flat iron through your hair like 6 or 7 times. Okay, so just, here we go again. I'm gonna clamp, because that's important at the root, okay? Because that's where your hair grows, that's where the new growth is gonna be, and that's where it's gonna get the most frizzy. Now, unfortunately, I'm gonna have a problem with this short piece without burning myself, but I'm gonna try. Okay, it's gonna look stupid, but whatever. So let's go a few more times. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's the one section that I pulled through with a flat iron. It feels, honestly, you guys, I wish this was like touch film because it feels like silk. It really does. And that's my hair that has been severely abused, okay? Severely abused. So let's pull the next section, and you can hold it out like this. See, you can even see my dark root there. And you are going to pull through, okay? Clap, see what I'm doing? I'm clamp, clap, 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 clamp, and pull. Clamp, pull, clamp, pull. But I'm doing it fast, okay? Because I really want to get that root section. So that's 2. See, it's getting hot. I'm going to use my comb to hold it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let me just show you a close-up of my hair. And if you can tell me if you see any broken pieces in this section of hair. Let's see. Okay. So can you see? Can you see that, you guys? It is smooth as silk. Okay? That's what keratin does for you, you guys. It is a game changer, okay? Honestly, oh, I wish they would have had this stuff when I was younger. So here we go. Clamp, 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 clamp. At the root. See all that steam coming off? I don't know if you guys can see it. And then pull through. Get your comb. Pull through. None of my hair is breaking. It's got keratin. Holding it together. Feeling good. 5, 6, 7. There we go. That's one little section all smoothed out, okay? And I'm just gonna keep going around the back, you guys. I'll do one more with you, okay? So, clamp, clamp, clamp at the root. Okay, and pull through. Oops. It's okay if you get other pieces of hair in there. I mean, you're just gonna flat iron it all anyway, okay? So let's just go this way. And I like to go through it, you know, like get it all in there. Flat iron, or pull through, and be careful, you guys. It is really easy to burn yourself with these stupid things, okay? Especially ones that got full. So anyway, I just ended right here, okay? So I'm just going, and I'll be back in a second, guys. Fast forward. My bottom layer is pretty good. I'm just gonna pin actually this away from my head, or my whatever, so I can get these little broken pieces here, because you need to keep those broken pieces healthy so they grow. Okay, so now I'm gonna take out a section, again, at a time, just so it's easier. You know, it's easier to section because you don't get the pieces confused. Excuse me, you make sure you get all the pieces that you need to. So I just took out this piece right here. I'm gonna take a comb, and here we go. So clamp, 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 pull. Clamp, 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 pull. It's just sealing the keratin in at the root, okay, guys? I can see so much of my blonde in my hair. If you plan on coloring your hair, I would color your hair before you do a keratin treatment, and probably wait a couple of days until you color. Now, I have a lot of gray in my sideburn area in my root, okay? And I should have probably colored my roots first, but I don't care. I mean, I can do it after, because the thing is that what color is gonna do is it's gonna strip this out of your hair faster. So for me, it doesn't matter. I do this to myself all the time, so I don't really care. But if it's a pretty lengthy process for you, then I would suggest, if you want to color, if you need to do your roots, if you need to put any color in your hair, do that before you do the keratin treatment. That way, you've put the color in your hair, and then you're putting the keratin on top of the stuff that strips protein from your hair, okay? So you're putting it right back in. Whereas if you do the keratin treatment first, then you're gonna strip the protein right back out. It's not that big of a deal, especially if you're only doing your roots, but if you're coloring your whole head of hair, definitely color your hair first, and then wait 3 or 4 days to do this keratin treatment. So much better. Now, okay, I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just went around, I flat ironed all my hair. You saw that I did it in sections, and then what I did was I just took the flat iron, I went around again. Now let me tell you something. When you do your hair like this, do not pin it back in the 48 hours that you have it in your hair. Don't put it in a ponytail, don't put any creases in it, don't put any kinks in it. If you wake up and say you sweat during the night, then take your flat iron, and if it's kinked up a little bit, just take your flat iron and flatten your hair out, okay? That's okay to do that, and leave it in as long as you can, okay? Like 48 hours is my minimum, but usually after that, because you're not really supposed to sweat, so it's hard because I work out all the time lately, especially, and and I do lots of cardio, so it's hard for me not to sweat. But even if you do sweat, you can still keep it in your hair. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around, you guys, and I'm just gonna show you the back. And sometimes it feels like it's still a little bit damp, but it's not, okay? It's just that you have a lot of keratin in your hair. And so that's it, you guys. So that's the keratin treatment. Now in 2 days, or whenever I wash it out, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what my hair looks like after it's just been air dried, okay? I think I did that with the agave treatment too. So I'm gonna do that with the keratin treatment. This is by far my favorite treatment for my hair. It nourishes it, it makes it healthy, it bonds your hair together. If you have breakage, it disappears. It's an amazing treatment, so I recommend it for all of you out there, okay? Again, it's the Keratin Research FORTE Keratin Hair Treatment. That's what I use. There's lots of them out there. I've used different ones too, but I really like this one. This is the one that I've been using lately. I have yet to do the Brazilian blowout. It's super expensive to buy off of Amazon. So I'm just gonna wait a while, but I'm probably gonna be trying that a couple months down the road. And yeah, you guys, subscribe to Bombshells with Naila. Thank you so much for watching. And everything that I use today, I'll put in the link below, like my brush from Sally. I use my Andy's flat iron that goes to 450 degrees. And I also use my Hot Shot, whoop, I just punched myself in the face with it. But I also use my Hot Shot Tools blow dryer. And yeah, peace out, you guys. Thanks for watching.